Hi folks, Richard Schwartz, RentPurchase.com founder. Congratulations on your lease signing. We're very excited to have you find a new home with us. I wanted to take a moment and talk to you about the next steps in our program. I created RentPurchase.com to help buyers achieve home ownership and help property owners sell their homes. And together we created a first-class organization with guidelines and people who care about achieving those goals. So I decided to make this video to have a consistent message with everybody who enters the program about what the expectation, what we need to do for the future. So your home specialist should have a document like this in front of you, and I'd like to review that document with you to make sure that we are on the same page, so to say, and figure out how quickly we're going to move forward with your commitment to achieve home ownership. It is important to know that we are trying from day one to help qualify you to obtain a mortgage to purchase this home, because we believe at RentPurchase.com that there is nothing better in your life than home ownership. Once you have home ownership, you're in a different class and you can do things that you couldn't do before, and we want to get you there. But not only get you to home ownership, we want to make sure during the process that you develop good behavior and skills to sustain home ownership. So everything we do is geared towards those commitments for the future and really for a lifetime. On the first part of the commitment document, we have the next steps. When your mortgage opinion came down and you obtained the approval to move forward for this paperwork, for some of you there may have been conditions. It is imperative that these conditions are met as quickly as possible. For some of you it may be to defer a payment with your student loan, for some of you to start work out on a tax lien, but whatever the lender gave on the conditions, they must be met and proven that we are taking actions before move-in. The next item of choice that we must do. The next thing that we must do is set the appointment for your mortgage approval. Right after this video, you may want your home specialist to check the schedule in the mortgage department and make that application. You must make the formal mortgage application, again, prior to move-in or within 14 days of this executed paperwork. During that mortgage application, you will create what's called the pathway to home ownership. These are the written guidelines that you and the mortgage originator agree to that you will take to obtain your mortgage qualification. After you obtain your pathway to home ownership, you will move over into the Home Buyers Club department. The Home Buyers Club is charged with following up with you monthly and checking on your pathway to ownership goals. And they will help you, guide you, and they're also your telephone line away for anything that might be happening in your life that you need somebody to talk to and ask for advice. So the Home Buyers Club is there for you. Everybody goes into the Home Buyers Club. After that, it's important that you contact our preferred insurance company and arrange for your dwelling insurance. It is required by your lease that you do have an insurance policy for your contents, and you may want to consider an umbrella for any liability out there. But while you're talking to them, you may want to talk about all your other insurance needs. This is a good company that we work with, and we're excited to have them with us helping you. The next step in the process is to contact the Property Advisory Group or the Property Management Group, CPPM, and discuss the instructions for move-in and arrange for a date for your walkthrough on the home. They will take care of you, and these are the people you also will be sending your rents to. Very important process. Prior to move-in, it is important that all outstanding items are completed. That may be the balance of your option money, it may be your first month's rent, any outstanding signatures needed on the paperwork that has been missed, any outstanding things needed from the approval with conditions. Everything must be completed prior to move-in, or you will not be able to move in. Now we're going to move to the general instructions part of this sheet. We're going to talk about your credit. Credit is the most important aspect of what we're trying to do in this process. When we qualified you, your income stability demonstrated that you could, if credit wasn't an issue, you could most likely obtain a mortgage today. We qualified you on your job stability, or if you're an independent contractor, your last 2 years, or what you're about to file for. Many factors go into that. But it's the credit that's going to change that is the biggest impact on how quickly we're going to get you a mortgage. From this day forward, you must pay your bills on time. There is absolutely no tolerance for anything but that. You must adequately pay your bills on time and make sure there are no delinquents or deficiencies that show up on your credit report from here on out. You must continually reduce debt. It is important that you maintain a lower debt lifestyle for the future of yourself. High debt brings down credit. It doesn't allow you to obtain things. So it's important that you go through the home budgeting process with our Home Buyers Club and understand if you're a debt-ridden person, let us help you control your spending habits. We will require that you open up several ways to create positive credit against your stagnant or poor credit. Many uses of those are your secured credit card methods or other techniques to obtain trade lines that show up on your credit report. If you do get a secured credit card or an unsecured credit card, if you currently have credit cards, we must not use up more than 30% of the available credit. In this example, a $300 credit card, we may only use up to $100 worth of that credit. And we want to use it in multiple transactions. In other words, we don't want to go spend $100 in one transaction. We want to go buy gas, buy candy, buy coffee. And then we want to pay it down, not off. We want to pay it down to $5. And we want to go up and down every month. The crediting agencies want to see that you know how to manage credit. And that is very important. For not paying it off, but keeping it extra low and paying it up and down each month, you will earn extra bonus points in your credit ratings that will help get you there faster. You must start any workout procedures that you need to begin on any tax liens or collections. You must start attacking those or dispute items. We cannot wait. In this environment, they want to see, the financial institutions not only want to see you paid off, they want to see you positive for months in a row. It's not like it used to be. What you might have heard in the past, if you've been in this situation for a while, is not true today. I will tell you that you must show consistent months of positive use of credit. So in other words, we won't be able to pay down your debt and then watch your credit go up and then achieve a mortgage. No, you'll have to have your credit go up, show usage of your credit over months. That will help you achieve the mortgage. During this lease term, which is a short term in the scope of things, you must not purchase a car, boat, recreational vehicle, or any large item that is an installment loan without talking to the financial or Home Buyers Club department. It works against you. We prefer you stay a status quo and build positively on your revolving credit. Do not purchase a car without talking to us. You may only use large credit in emergencies, but please give us a call. Let's talk about it. In your paperwork that you have signed, we have a penalty clause. If during the term of your lease we see a delinquent charge get added to your credit, as we do random checks, every other month we're going to pull your credit during the process. If we see a delinquent charge, you will be fined $350 per delinquency. We absolutely don't want to charge you that. But we must tell you how critical it is in this financial environment that if you get a delinquent charge, you may not be able to obtain or qualify for a mortgage 12 months from that point. So let me put that in perspective. You have leased your home for 6 months and you have done incredible. You are at the point where you are about to obtain and qualify for a mortgage. A late payment shows up. It is a possibility, a high one, that you will not be able to qualify for a mortgage for 12 more months. That may change the terms of your lease agreement, because after your initial term, it has to be an approved month-to-month option by both parties. And if you're not showing positive movement towards credit, your seller may take that away from you. So it's very important. The fine is there just as an inhibitor. We really don't want to charge it to you, but we must make you aware how crucial this process is. We're on to the lending part of the commitment document. You have been reviewed by our preferred lender, and in our next steps, we told you must make mortgage application. This is imperative that it is done either 14 days from the execution of this document or prior to move-in if it's a quick move-in. You are not permitted to move in without doing this. You also agree to fully cooperate with the lender's request. If they need additional information, you must get that information to them within 48 hours. We are always working on you getting to closing, and once you're approved for closing, we expect closing to be within 14 days of that approval. In most cases, when you close prior to 12 months of your lease, you will get the full credit amounts that you've been awarded every month for paying your rent on time. For instance, if you have a $1,000 mortgage and your credit is $200 per month and your initial term is 12 months and you close in 6 months, you will get 12 months worth of credit to apply towards your closing costs at closing. So it's an important reward that we want all of our buyers to take advantage of, to work towards closing before the 12-month period. And that's our goal. In these times, rates are as good as they ever can be. And we want you to take advantage of that. So that's an added incentive for you. Education. We are always looking for better tools and better things to help equip you for the future of home ownership and help correct any past actions or help you endure any future actions that might happen. Many of you may be required to watch educational videos on financial reform, budgets. Many of you may be required to do a home budget analysis and continual home budgeting update in the Home Buyers Club process. This is part of the commitment that we demonstrate to our lender and demonstrate to the property seller to make sure that they are understanding what you're about to do. At the bottom of this commitment document, we have a list of the contacts and the names and the numbers of our preferred business partners that you will be using for all the actions of your home. If you need a secured credit card, the instructions to go through our website and go apply for one is right there. The insurance, if you need a tax attorney or for tax filing, we have all those as strategic partners who know our customers and expect those calls and want your business. So it's imperative that you call everybody you're supposed to call and within our system. I'd like to summarize the process here at rentpurchase.com. We promised our property sellers when they put the homes in our program that you would do everything you could to obtain a mortgage from day one. We also promised them that they could call any one of our outlets, our Home Buyers Club, our lending division, our property management division, and check on your behavior and your progress. So in our contract with you, in the option agreement, we have what's called a risk and reward scenario. The reward is if you're doing everything you should be from day one and show positive progress and can close before the 12 months, you'll get the extra year's worth of credit. It's free money. We want you to take advantage of it. The risk is, if you don't follow the program and you do not do what you're supposed to in a timely manner, when your initial term of your lease is up and the seller checks in and we don't have good news on your behalf to tell them, they may not renew your month-to-month option, and you will lose your option money and all your credits and be evicted from the home. We don't ever want that to happen. It has not happened yet, and we hope it won't. It may. People's lives change. But for you, from day one, we implore you that we have the tools to help you, and we want you to succeed in home ownership. So please communicate with us at all times. Make progress so we can demonstrate. Now, things happen. We understand that. Life happens. But if an occurrence happens in your life and it turns it upside down, but you are a star lease option tenant, and we've encountered this, we will absolutely work on your behalf. And we have had those before, and we have never seen a seller turn us down, turn our requests down to help our buyers when they go sideways. But it's important that we have the history of positive momentum. So from day one, this is what we request of you. Start on all your action items, open up your secured credit cards, build positive credit, and do not hesitate, because it could have a terrible outcome. So we thank you from our hearts at rentpurchase.com. We look forward to seeing you at the closing table, and we wish you happiness in your new home. Richard Schwartz, rentpurchase.com.